Jeremy, forget a countdown
Heyo.
clock anymore, buddy.
Yeah, it just does what it wants.
I set something up. Yeah, bro, I set something up a while back, and I can't get this thing to stop. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that later. What if I no? So whatever. Just the countdown goes like 2 seconds and right into the intro. So we'll go with that.
It'll be fine.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! All right, fashionably late as always, but the gates are closed. We are ready to take off. We have an exciting flight tonight, Jeremy. I know it's been a while in the making. Big fans. This guy has been up to no good, and it will be exciting to hear hear what he's been up to and what he's been making and doing in the RC world. This year and in the last couple of years. Well, we saw him last year at Blue Rocks and keep in touch, but it'll be great to hang out with him tonight.
I've seen him more this year than I have.
And then at some point, right?
Yeah, I've seen him
right. All over. Yeah, he's getting around. He's definitely been participating and sponsoring events. He has been getting around the scene. It's good stuff. And then we get to talk about Axial CJs then, because I know you've been busy printing.
Yep.
And mounting. So I'm excited to see where you're at, what part of the game you landed on. Tomorrow is the D-Day where I have to disassemble Johnny 5 and make sure I do not lose any hardware and begin that tedious process of putting it all back together. But
it's not terrible.
The functional dashboard is what. Okay.
We'll get there.
Well, you know what is terrible? You know what? You know what is terrible? I have it here somewhere. Where I brought. I brought show and tell. Okay. So I printed 3 rear beds for the CJ. Now, Mike, why on earth would you print 3?
I did the
rear beds for the CJ? Why? Look at this.
Oh, what did you do? Mine looks
better. Yeah. Yours is way better. Yeah. I got a couple of them. I got nice one that turned out okay. This was the reason why I did 3 of them. It got too close to some acetone, and the acetone literally spilled on it, and that's what happened. So wow. I had to keep it for the do's and don'ts. But I am super proud of the hinge.
Kevin
they come out.
Looks like something he would print. You can do better than that, Kevin.
Oh gosh! All right, let me get the comments open. Yeah, you can do better than that. It wasn't the printer. That was my silly mistake. That was all me. All right, so we're going to try and do this. My Wi-Fi feels like it's just hanging on here by a thread. Let's get Paul in here for the chaos. And let me slide over to the comments and make sure we open them up. Let's do a soft little intro and do the epic fail. Because we know we're going to be in the right spot when we come back. But let's do an official intro. It's Saturday night, people. Welcome to the Rad RC Show. I'm Mike, as always, here with Jeremy. And when we come, we'll have Light with us. So let's do it.
Ground control, we're loaded and ready to taxi.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
I love your intro, Mike. That's
There
awesome,
we go.
man. I feel pretty cool.
It's nothing.
It's rad for sure. Definitely rad.
It's been a long. Thank you. It's been a long time in the making. We've had you at the top of this bucket list for some time. You've sat in number spot. We got to get you on, and I am so glad that the timing was right. We could finally make this happen.
Well, I got to prolong it and make it linger a little bit in order to make it seem important. That's that's how it works. Because it's really not. But I appreciate the support, Mike. It's awesome to be on here, and it's been really cool to see everyone out at the shows. Being back at Proline by the Fire this year was really amazing to just reconnect with everyone, and it was really great to be there on my own. It was really great. Helping out James there, that was really a lot of fun too. Helping out James Knight was really neat, and so. But yeah, just to be a part of the show, and, it was really cool. They did such an awesome job with the event this year. It was really great. Jeremy knows, he was there.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And being positioned between Knights and Vanquish was premium.
Right.
Entertainment nonstop.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So let's see. Sam, hey dude, what's up, man? How are you? Hey Kevin, how are you, man? I'm doing good. Just trying to make something happen here on my own. It's been a dream of mine for a few years now, to kind of break ground and get in on my own level and do some things. And I'm kind of using my laser to do that right now. But it's just kind of an entry step. I'm trying to hopefully come up with some new products of my own. Right now we're doing these little mini banners, which are, they're pretty cool. I think they're fun. I think that as far as mini banners go, they're all right. I think that, the little barricades that go with them, they're a lot of fun. Check them out. I'm not here to plug myself. Check them out over at pwdesign.com, and check out my Instagram, and you can see all the latest ones. One I'm kind of proud of is the Operation 11 Charlie banner. Proceeds from those banner sales are going to go to Operation 11 Charlie, which is I know is close to Jeremy's heart, and I know it's that's the square one. That's the special edition. The ones that are available currently are the 8x3.5. But yeah, you head on over there and check those out. But I also have a 3D printable barricade on there, and also the laser cut barricade that I'm selling. So, but it's just kind of a stepping stone. I have a couple other projects. Well, one project in particular coming down the pipeline. Hopefully by the end of the year. Maybe early next year. It's kind of going slower than I had hoped, but I could probably shed a little bit of light on there. I sent you a banner, Mike, one that's on your header, on your intro thumbnail, and that kind of talks, kind of a little intro into the product that I'm going to be doing.
Oh,
I don't know if you know which one it is.
I told him last week.
I know where you're going. Oh, it's got to be. It's a PP. It's a PP. Pull.
Yeah,
You're pulling my leg.
Yeah, I'm the guys that do that brand. I'll just go out and say it is an RC Pull Pal, and it's the first one we're doing is going to be the OG, and it's kind of a revamp, just very subtle, kind of a redesign of the original one that Max designed back in 2015, and so working with Jan and Pat and Max over at Pull Pal. and hoping to have this product out. We're gonna do a limited run of the OG, and we should have those. We should have those in the next couple months. So
Looking forward to that one.
yeah, they're gonna be fun. We're gonna do some strength testing on it too. I'm pretty sure it's gonna do pretty well. So I'm kind of excited about it in that regard. So now that I've talked about it in real life, I now have to.
Wait, strength testing. Oh, wait, Paul, what are we strength testing? You're strength testing the banner or
No. I moved past banner.
the actual pool pal?
The pole pal.
There you
Yeah,
go.
the banners are
Okay, new
average
project.
for
You,
Welcome to the show, Mike.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like,
We're moving fast.
I'm like, wait a minute. Why are we testing banners all of a sudden?
Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that, man.
All right. Well, that's awesome.
But yeah, who knows what we'll do
So,
moving forward.
can we get a clarification?
I don't have
Jeremy.
any qualifications.
I need clarification.
Oh, clarification.
What? Not qualifications, clarification. I need clarification. Are you going to be making pool pals? Is that what I just missed?
That's it. Yes.
Bringing them back.
Oh. Okay, that's exciting. That is exciting.
They've been missing from the market for quite a few years now. I'm not sure when they stopped.
Yeah.
Well, I know
probably-
some of the about several years ago. I know the templates molds ended up with exclusive RC at one point.
So, yeah, I mean, they I believe they officially licensed it to Night Customs. Exclusive RC may have done a version of it. I'm not sure. I wasn't super involved at that point. So yeah, I've been working with James a little bit. He's kind of lent me the files that he has to kind of tinker with those, but we've developed something completely different. Our goal after the OG is going to come out first, and it's a flat laser cut version. I mean, it's super strong, and the cool part about it is that it's crazy strong, and it's very, very effective, and reminiscent of the original that came out back in 2015. But we're going to move. We're going to try to springboard off that, move into something that is designed from the ground up for RC versus trying to make it kind of scale. So it's a little different approach. Oh, Bill says at Beat the Creek. Man, I would love to come to Beat the Creek. It all depends. It all depends on what happens. It's not. I don't have somebody paying my bill anymore, so I got to do it all myself. But I'm going to try to make it out there. Yeah, it all depends for sure. But anyways, I need to talk about Pool Pal more because I honestly need a little encouragement because it's going to need some legs because it's not a cheap thing to do. But
Yeah.
so I guess how many people are actually interested in a RC Pool Pal? If you're not familiar with Pool Pal, check out pol-pal.com and check out the original Pool Pal for 1-to-1. It's a land recovery anchor. It was developed in the 1970s by Pat Gramillion. It was developed for the military. It's a high strength, lightweight, easy to carry land recovery anchor, and they're rated at I think one of them's rated at 16,000 pounds. You can set them up in a Y configuration for 35,000 pounds. They're pretty amazing things. And we discovered back in 2015, Pat had actually made a prototype that was basically just a bottle opener. It was a promotional piece to give to people that bought a Pole Pal, and we discovered that it worked very, very well because it had the same geometry as the 1-to-1. It worked very well as a 1/10 scale land anchor. So it was pretty cool, pretty fashionable to have one. And I think it could be again. I think it's a lot of fun. I would like to try to do a 24th scale one too, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, we got winches for the 24s now, so
Yeah, I know it, and it seems like everybody's going that route with 24th scale stuff, and I knew that. I just I'm doing 10th scale banners right now. But the cool thing about banners, though, is if you just put them a little further away, they're it's a bigger banner. That's right. That's right.
That's the bottom up cam you got there, Mike.
Whoa. Whoa.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
Hang on.
it's a good thing you're wearing pants today. You got spicy shit.
That's right.
I got everything. I got everything all screwed up here. Hang on 1 second. Let me try this.
Try
I'm
away.
going to try something. I want to show off. I'm going to show off his banners.
There it is.
1/14 for semi. I hear you.
Hang on.
I think, yeah. Oh, that is an amazing scale garage, Mike. It's fun to see it like this. I always see scale pictures of it, but I never see.
No, not this.
No, I haven't. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Looks rad.
It's so full.
It's got so much. Well, there's the Pole Pal banner right there, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that Pole Pal. I have one of the originals.
Yeah.
It's in my histogram, my display case.
Nice.
The history of RC. But it's going to be great to see him come back. I know I've missed it. I've tried others, other land anchors. We do a lot of the scale winching. We don't use sticks and stuff.
Well, that's what I want. That's what I really, the reason I was so interested in it is because that's what I really want to see come back is the scale trailing.
Mhm.
Scale trailing is so much fun. And if you've never done it, it's great, a really great experience. You put yourself behind the driver's seat, put yourself in the driver's seat behind the wheel and drive at 1/10 scale. And it is such a fun experience. You don't need a very long trail.
No.
You just need it. And, using the stand ram, winch, using the recovery straps, no hand of God, right? No hand of God. And trailing that way, if you've never done it, which a lot of people today have not, they've been introduced to scale comp. That's how they've gotten into this, is scale comping. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I love the adrenaline that you get with comping. But it's a totally different game going out there and doing scale trailing. And it's so much fun. It's how I was introduced to the hobby, and it had me hooked instantly. I love it. And so I want to see that come. I want to see that rise again.
Yeah, the zombie trophy series that we did at Georgia Rock Zombies event, the Haul and Crawl. I introduced a couple people that said that they were scale people. It turned out they got reintroduced to scale in a different kind of way, doing a little bit of casual winching instead of pushing with a toe of my shoe.
Right.
So it's a completely different way to look at it, and it's more quality over quantity.
Yes.
And getting down and taking the photos while you're doing it.
Yes.
That's the peach. Like it's really ultra scale stuff, and having a land anchor is a necessity.
Right.
And if it doesn't look right, it doesn't photograph well.
Right.
And then it just doesn't exude the experience to share.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about that. I think that's great. And I think I want to say that I think scale trailing is probably bigger on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast. I think we're more into the comp scene over here. And
I agree with you. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
You guys got the you got the rock for that comp crawling.
Well, you get out west, and then people start melting because it's
You guys got that-
200 degrees. It's the surface of the sun in the desert, which I get. But you start to go north in the west, and you start to get into scale again. You get up into northern California.
Oregon, Washington, even NorCal, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of NorCal, Scale Challenge West, man, I don't know, Elio's doing a great job with that right now over on this coast. So that's a lot of fun.
Probably one of the only areas in the U.S. that I haven't crawled in is that Northwest, that NorCal into Washington and Oregon. Like that's the only place I haven't crawled. So I've crawled everywhere else in the States.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't crawled near Fordyce or the Rubicon? You haven't?
No.
No way, dude.
Yeah,
well,
I'm missing that whole Northwest piece.
Oh, we gotta do something about that for sure. Yeah.
All I need is an excuse.
That's right. Yeah, it's fun. It's beautiful country too. I mean, I know I could say the same thing about the East Coast. I've done almost zero. The extent of the closest I've even crawled would be, I was in Florida, I guess.
Yeah,
but
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's Blue Rocks. That was that was beautiful up there. That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, from like that part of Pennsylvania all the way up into Maine, it's all pretty similar. The trees just go from maples and oaks to pines. It's pretty similar.
Kevin's done the Rubicon Trail. He did it in 2000. And I'd love the New England Trophy Series. All right, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Nets is off the charts. That's a whole nother level of scale. That's buddy team scale.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to see some of that. That's really cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess
that's the older scale that you were talking about. That is the scale trail that you were talking about.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. I'll have to connect with those guys at some point.
Yeah, that's for sure. Trevor.
Okay.
Yeah. You know Trevor Rushford?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Trevor.
It's been a long time, but I remember Trevor. Yes. So who's building what? Are we talking about that?
We're building. Tis the
Absolutely.
season.
Yeah. Here I am. I'm definitely not slamming skill comp. I enjoy skill comping. But I was just saying how I want to see scale trailing, but I am building a skill comp rig.
I mean, you got to have one, right?
Yeah, I'm building a Rock Pirates Rum Runner, and I'm super excited about that. Actually, yeah, it's seeing Steve's is a pretty impressive rig, man. Like, and so I'm gonna build it with the Vanquish F10 axles, and of course reefs, like servos, and probably put a Holmes Hobbies motor in there. And yeah, I got to figure out tires, shocks. I'll probably do. I'm actually going to try the Reefs transmission also in that. So I'm excited for that.
If you get down to Reefs, you're more than welcome to my Tie Pro if you want to run that for a while.
Oh, is that right?
It's sitting there.
Tie Pro. Dude, those things are so rad. Wow.
Yeah, I left it there after Proline because I'm coming back for Christmas for their holiday party.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'll just leave it there. So Rock went through and he was cleaning it up, clean all the Proline dust off of it. And so, yeah, you're welcome to bind a radio to it and run it if you like.
All right. Maybe I'll do that. Hey, Harold, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. And then I just his evening everyone just popped up. Dreamers training just to walk on trail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dreamer needs to be on the trail.
A flat trail with no hills.
To start with, and then we'll
right. Harold's torn between scale and buggy. You know what, the beauty of scale trailing is that you don't have to have 419s or 375 tires on your rig. You can have a capable rig and still scale trail.
Absolutely.
That's how I like it. I like a nice 475s. Still look good to me. They're like nice big girthy tires, and I'm one of the few guys that like a lightweight rig. even though I do like to have the scale adornments. That's where my weight lies, I suppose. But you can have a lot of fun with a very capable rig and still do scale trailing. So, yeah.
And it's not trail snobbing. Like you can have fun with a ready to run Lexan rig.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to go all out, but it helps sometimes. But you can still do it with a Lexan rig. We do it with the J7s all the time. We love that truck.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
They can be big scale trucks too.
All right. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, you got your STX6 or something? What do you got? Oh yeah.
Yeah, hold it up.
STX6 territory here,
oh, yeah.
I mean, you
can. What is that thing? What is that, Jeremy? What is that thing?
This is the primer artifact taken. So it's a MJF, I believe I'm saying that right, print. But it's all printed parts. The entire chassis, everything is printed. Down to the leading and trailing arms suspension.
Now, I saw one in person at Proline by the Fire, and man, it really stands out. Like
that's what sold me. So this is like the if the Army was to recontract a Humvee, like that would be one of the contenders. That was the dream and the story of how that thing came around.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Designed by a former soldier, 19 kilo, Greg. So, yeah, we hit it off, apparently. I got one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Very cool.
Yeah. And two other of the 11 Charlie guys got them as well. So we're kind of doing shared experiences on the builds. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Well, guys, hey, I've got to cut out. But I'm super excited to have been here. Thank you so much for having me on the show. Please, if you get a chance, follow me at PW Design on Instagram, and check out my website, pwdesign.com, and get yourself a banner, get yourself a barricade, and they're great for show and shines, concourse, putting the barricade up. Great for scale shots or like trail, getting out on the trail right at the trailhead. Just really great little adornment for any scale scene. So and a great way to show off your brands, right? Show off your sponsors in a really cool way. So anyways, great talking to everybody, and we will see you guys.
Yeah, the detail.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much. We'll do it again soon.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
Take
guys.
care.
Have a great night.
Let me help.
We'll be in touch shortly.
100%. Thank you. You too. All right. My apologies, Jeremy.
That's okay. You got some.
My internet might be crappy as hell tonight. I was chopping in and out, and I probably pissed my son off because I'm like going through the app and I'm turning off devices in the house. If that's going to make it any better, so I think I just shut his computer down.
Right.
He's probably in the middle of a game flipping the hell out.
It'll be.
because of that, I let Paul off the hook with this and that. I wasn't going to make him suffer with the lag, and
Yeah,
that's
that would have
people. That's why we did it, and that is why I let Paul off the hook easy, is because something was lagging on me.
yeah. It's always tough to do that with a lag. Like that's just hard to do.
If you're not
Yeah.
getting if you're not getting instant feedback, it's impossible to do. It would be a mess. I'll be reading one question while he's answering another, and it would be a nightmare. Well, let's talk Knights Customs, Jeremy. Please spoil me in the world of bamboo, and why don't you tell me how badly I need a bamboo? Because I'm slowly starting to be convinced and want to come to the dark side.
So the bamboo community is a fantastic place. If you guys don't follow RC Every Day, you need to follow RC Every Day, because we kind of talked him into doing the bamboo experience. They had reached out to him previously, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not really a techie guy." But after talking to him for probably 6 months or so about it, he finally said yes, and he reached out, and he's like, "What do I like? What do I do? What do I get?" So Bamboo gave him a great, ambassador deal, and got him an X1 carbon, got him a ton of filaments to try. And he's like, kind of like I was. Like, I had friends that printed. I didn't have a specific person with a bamboo to kind of interface with, but he has a community, and he's about 3 weeks in to his first printing experience, really, and he's killing it. Like, he is a sponge. He's a natural at it. He understands easily the parameters to print at, and he's learning the different materials and the different settings, and he's smoking it right now. He's printing whole bodies overnight, like one a night. He's printing these coupe bodies as tests, and then his genius, he's a marketing guy, so he's selling them as budget friendly bodies on his website. So he's actually, he can print and sell. I don't have that advantage. They're not my files, so I print and they just sit here. So I printed a couple of his files, got orientation correct.
Are they blems, Jeremy? Are they blems? Are we talking about something with a defect to them, or not necessarily that?
It's like some print lines. He had one that he had to stop because the roof kind of failed, but people are buying them. They want them. They're making convertibles out of them or whatever. Because he's printing in ABS, and with ABS you can just fix it, right? It's ABS. You can glue it and body work it, sand it. It's temperature stable, up to 200 degrees. Like, he's doing it right. And it's just orientation.
So
and how
he jumped into printing and went right to ABS.
Yeah, we went right to ABS because that's what he wanted it for. Right?
Wow.
So he did a Benji, he did some other little projects. But his goal was to print in, print bodies and parts for to sell. And he's smoking it. So learning support structures, how, stability of the printer. Like, he's moved the printer in the shop like 3 times to try and get the printer vibrations down. He's spotting where line shifts are in the body print, based on the support structure being used. So he's picking it up and producing quickly. And that's the success of bamboo in a nutshell. It's that easy to learn the environment, because there's so many of them out there, right? There's people like me, like, hacks like me that think they know what they're doing, but I really don't. It's just experiential learning. I'm just experiencing it. I'm not school trained or anything like that. So it's getting to the root of, hey, my experience is this person's experience is this, and he's making a judgment call based on the need of his particular files to make adjustments, which is the right way to do it, right? That's community practice, communities of practice, COPS of how to do it right for you. It might not be right for the next guy. You got to remember, he's in Texas. He's working out of a shed. He has humidity problems. So now we're talking about dryers and ways to mitigate moisture in that environment that he's printing in, which isn't the environment that I print in. You know, I'm pretty moisture stable here in the basement. I don't have a big shift.
Climate controlled. Yeah, you're climate.
It's
I
amazing.
get cold
So,
here. We don't have heat, and it gets cold out here.
yeah, which means you'll have moisture every morning. You'll have a ton of moisture sitting on everything until it evaporates during the day when the sunlight comes. So as we go into winter here on the East Coast, that's the pattern, right? You have frost in the morning, which is moisture. Moisture brings humidity. If you don't have a dehumidifier, like you're going to have issues. You get static electricity in your house if you keep it too dry, and then your wife is shocking, or your pets are shocking you, and then you put a humidifier on your furnace, right, with your heat. Now you're introducing humidity back into your environment. So it's one of those balance pieces. So you need a dryer, you need a way to seal things, desiccant packs. You need to mitigate that, and every region is a little bit different. So, you know, working through that with him is one of this week's goals. But it's not just me that's helping him. There's a bunch of people that are helping him. He just knows he has easy access with me. But yeah, that's my sales pitch for Bamboo. Like you need to get a Bamboo. And
So-
if you are going to buy a Bamboo, use one of the influencers' accounts, right? Go onto their information stuff and see if they have an affiliate link and use them. If you're going to buy one from Bamboo, use an affiliate link from somebody that you trust and you know is promoting the brand, and make, you know, give them their props for showing us how they do it. Sales pitch over.
Nope, that makes sense. No, Roger that. Well, it put me in a completely different direction, Jeremy. I was not prepared to go into the support. I was thinking it was going to be more about the printer and what comes off of it, but that's the obvious, I guess. You took me down an avenue I wasn't prepared for, so great sales pitch.
Yeah. The end product of the printer speaks volumes for the printer. I'd say it speaks more volumes for the printer and the person printing it is the end product quality. I mean, you can just send a file to the printer and you'll get a decent product. But if you don't know how to orient the file to maximize or optimize your print, you got a little bit of learning to do. It'll work, but it can be better. And like this is better. Like this is ABS GF. This is the CJ7 rear bed piece. It has the holes in it where you can put the licensed Canyon cooler with the logos already in it, or the tactical case that they kind of just go in over those wheel arches, and you can have a nice little cooler. You can do 2 coolers, you can do 2 tack cases, you can do bench seat. But when these come out, these are still in prototype, so don't hit James up. They're not out for sale yet. But we're still prototyping these parts, but they'll be out soon. Yeah, Mike's already got some. Did you print that in black or did you
Soon
paint?
enough, and I painted them. I painted them black.
Yeah.
I printed them in all white, and then the paint that I used for the bed was like a Rhino liner to give it like an old Jeep Rhino line. When it rains, I don't care if it gets wet. I wanted that rough texture on the back. But we spent a lot of time working on those hinges. It took 3 attempts to get it right, but the hinges have a perfect circle, like looking through a scope, and everything bolts on. Super nice.
Yeah, there you go. You can see.
Yeah, like looking down the sight of a barrel of a gun.
Yeah, right here is the hinge, and it is a perfect circle. You can put. I think it's a. I'm using 1.5 hardware that I had from another kit, but a body clip pin fit perfectly through it as well. So if you know that dimension.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
Yep.
So yeah, you need the tailgate. So it took 2 attempts to get the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the seat. The seat.
You don't go ahead with tailgate. I know we got a lag.
Jeremy, what I was going to say was with the tailgate, the tailgate was getting the what would you call it? The bed, getting the right angle on the bed for it to print accurately. I think it was like a 30% angle for that. I can't think of the word right now, but not articulation, the configuration. That's not even the right word.
Yeah, it's
just getting that right.
Yeah,
and that allows
270 degrees from vertical to get it laid back, because if you lay it back the other way, you run into a different set of problems. So it's at 270 versus 30. Seemed to work out really well. I know you're fighting lag, and I'm filling in words for you.
I totally agree. Yeah, I know. No, you're doing fine. I apologize. That it's so bad. It keeps getting worse. But yeah, the long and short of it, we can recap and refresh the following week with a full update. But the Knights Files, the beta is going great. We'll get them in the CJ. Thanks to James for getting those out, and we'll keep running prints. And so far, so good. Thanks again to Paul Wilhite. I have apologies to Paul for the shitty ass internet tonight. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Spin that.
So there you go. You get a good view. That's the dash.
Damn.
The CJ7 driver.
Damn.
Still working on seat belts. That's why it's loose. Tailgate. So yeah, it's
nice.
It's quite there. The dash that's in this one was the first iteration. It's not the working dash. I haven't put that in yet. I have it here. So the working dash is a 2-piece design. So you have the gauge cluster. You'll be able to, if you remove the paint from the back of the stock gauge cluster and the decals on the dash, if you just remove that paint, James made
shine a bulb.
Yeah, James made provisions to light the dash as well. Yeah. And then this is your servo holder. The servo, the way the servo works is not a direct drive, it's a geared drive, and it's a smart way to do it. And it kind of simplifies, there's the printing gear. Kind of simplifies the design a little bit for me. I like it better than a big servo hanging off. But the detail on the dash is quite good. I mean, you have a speaker bezel, you have the radio, you have the clock, the oil, and the voltmeter all come through. Nice knob details. Yeah, 2 speakers, the steering column. Yeah, Mike's got his all painted up wicked. But it's a very nice design. Yep.
Yeah.
You got your gears on the backside.
I just need to bulb in there and put the servo in tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep. Gears are ready, and I'm excited. I'm ready to put in. The only thing I have to do is some paint work on these silly drivers.
Yeah. I did the Haley driver.
I've got
as
a
well.
box.
Yeah. I started doing the same
Oh,
thing.
you did?
I started sorting heads and bodies and arms and hands. To start, because I'm selling them, so it's just keeping it organized. Yeah. So I have Haley female. You can call
Just
it Haley,
keeping
you
a
can call it
stockpile.
whatever you want. But you got the female body set now, and it's much more petite than the other body. But I put it up on Etsy and I sold 3 of them in a day. So there's obviously a market for
Wow.
female drivers. So
Haley.
yep, this is the Haley model for the CJ7. So I
love it.
a couple of these to do yet. This one will get shipped out here shortly. But I also started doing the light bar set for the CJ. I don't have the KC lettering file, but this is the covers for the work.
Oh, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I don't have the KC logos, but the covers snap on great. I did these in ABS GF because they snap on. I didn't want the PLA to wear out, so the GF holds on really well, but not well enough to stay stuck. Like you can see me sitting here prying it off, but it's yeah. So hopefully I should be ready for full CJ7 kit, like a whole conversion kit. And I'll offer that on my Etsy with a killer smoking deal. Like the parts that need to be ABS, in my opinion, will be ABS. The rest will be PLA. Because we run these outside, so certain parts need to be able to take the sun better than others. But it's
to stand up in the sun.
Yeah. Yep. So, and that's kind of been my shtick, right? With
All right.
parts, like I'm not just shipping out a bunch of PLA and it's going to melt. If it's in the sun, if it's body panels or something like that, I'm going to do it in ABS because it's going to last. I'd hate to detail an entire interior just to have to do it over. But, Harold's.
We've done it plenty of times where you've made the fail.
Yeah. Harold asked, are the night files pre-oriented? Some of them are. He has files specifically for the Bamboo Lab printers and specifically for Prusa, which works a lot with the Enders. So if they're already oriented on a plate, don't change them. That's the best that they can do with that printing machine. So there's your answer. If they're just flat, like
yeah. So if you have a Creality, you have to get the orientation because it
doesn't carry over on the Prusa file that he provides, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But all right, Jeremy, we're gonna call this. I can't handle the lag anymore. Something is wrong on my end tonight, and I can't figure it out. We're gonna down, and again, apologies to Paul for the wonderful world of technology. Jeremy, I'll see you in the green room. Sit tight. I will catch you there. Let's do a closeout video. Official ending.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, take them out of here, Jeremy. Close them out.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for supporting our sponsors, and thanks for supporting Paul in his new adventures. We look forward to the Pull Pal, and I can't wait to see strength testing on that because I know what they're going to use. I'm pretty sure I know what they're going to use. So stay tuned for that, and when that gets out, we'll have him back, I'm sure. So thanks for watching.